Hi Aries, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Cancer full moon reading. So let's dive into the cards. Let's see what we see, what's coming up for you this first full moon of the 2025 new year. And happy new year to you, Aries. So let's see what we see. First up, your message from the universe, 10 of Wands. Okay, so there's a closing of a cycle of burdens, of struggles, of hardships that you're getting through, okay? I feel like, pace yourself. You might be a little bit exhausted. There may be, I don't know why, maybe this resonates, maybe it doesn't, but there may be certain things, people, energies, personalities that could be grating on your nerves, I'm hearing. So what is this full moon bringing to your awareness? Well, look, 10 and 10. You're definitely closing out some difficult cycles, okay? Be mindful of your mental health. Be mindful of your mental state, all right? I really encourage you to focus on breath work and breathing. Are you breathing? Making sure that you're breathing, okay? Stay away from just harsh energies. Be mindful of also any personality clashes I'm getting. Do your best to be self-aware if and when it's like overthinking or obsessing about something or someone, that kind of a thing. Give yourself breathing room is honestly a lot of what I'm getting right now, and remember, okay, if you're going through any of this kind of energy, or if you had been as it is, this is the energy is closing out, all right? The 10 of Wands always reminds us when we see 10s, remember it's endings and beginnings. And so there are lessons that you've learned, okay? There are things that you're going to be able to take away with you. It's not just that you're closing out these cycles and that's it. You know what I mean? There's something for you to look back on. So just be aware of even information overload, information overwhelm, getting too lost in the details, okay? So just steer clear of that if and where you can. What you're revisiting, 2 of Swords. So the state of neutrality, the state of Zen. I said it earlier, I feel really called to just tell you to breathe and to do breath work, okay? Meditation, being in this space of indifference, separating yourself again from just chaotic energies or tensions, that kind of a thing. There are energies in motion, things that are in flux, that Spirit's saying that right now is not the time to try to push or force anything forward. Allow for the past, allow for the old cycles, whatever it is that you're closing out, allow it to come to a close and just reflect on what you've learned so far, okay? There may be additional information needed, or like I said, it may just be that there's too much information. So you need time to just breathe. And I keep getting just breathe and allow, breathe and allow. So let's get you some advice for this full moon. The Son of Cups. So follow your heart, and there's this awareness of not allowing for your emotions to take control, not allowing, sorry about that, not allowing for your emotions to get the best of you, okay? Follow your heart and don't be afraid to move forward on something, even if you don't quite feel entirely confident. The Knights are all about having confidence, even though they may not quite have the level of experience, let's just say, as a queen or a king, okay? You may not be at that level yet, but it's something that you're moving toward. And so I do get this energy of healing. I get this energy again of listening to your heart, not being afraid to put yourself out there, to wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit. Listen to your gut. Be inquisitive when you're getting a certain gut feeling, but move forward from a space of care and compassion is what I'm getting. There may be some action for you to move forward on. There may be someone coming through, someone coming in, messages, some kind of message or movement, okay, that I'm sensing here that's coming to you. If you do not feel inclined, or if you are in these kind of states of confusion or chaos, I don't know why, but that's just the words that are coming through, okay? If you're not sure what to do, just breathe and allow. Someone, something, again, a message or a messenger, a person is going to be coming to you, maybe with some insights, some answers, some healing energies. So what is your soul craving? What kind of break? What kind of downtime? 2 and 2, 10 and 10. So there's something significant here, of course, with the number 10, the endings and beginnings of cycles, even 10, 10 with the number 2 or 2, 2. All right. So I encourage you to do some angel number research, some numerology research. Okay. But this 2 of Pentacles is all about, movement, as I mentioned earlier, and choices and decisions. Okay. So it's finding that balance and remaining focused on the projects and the goals that you're currently working on what's right in front of you. There may be some new growth that's developing. Again, try not to get too distracted or carried away with things. This is a time to stay focused and to prioritize and not to scatter yourself, your efforts, or your energies. Okay. It could be very easy to take your eye off the ball, but in this case, you want to stay true and pace yourself is the biggest, clearest message that I'm getting right now. You may be feeling a little bit torn. You may need to give yourself some time, like with the 2 of Swords, to allow for clarity, allow for additional information to come through. It could just even be, it's interesting that we've got the 10 energy with the endings and beginnings and what follows 10, but 1, and instead of the 1, we've got 2s here. So it's very interesting that there's this multiplication of something. You may be in this space of having to consider another person's energies being, part of the mix here, and that's part of it. Okay, so Aries, I encourage you, as always, to take a look at your other signs, especially your rising and moon signs. I like to add in the Venus and North nodes if that speaks to you, or any other signs if you've got like a double or a triple in a particular sign. But don't forget to schedule your session, girlundermoon.com, for a live session, 45-minute lives, or a pre-recorded just like this. Okay, so take care and have a blessed Cancer full moon. Hey Taurus, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Cancer full moon reading. This is our first full moon of the 2025 year. So I hope you're having a very happy new year thus far. Okay, so Taurus, let's see what messages the cards have for you for this first full moon, this Cancer full moon energy. Okay, so let's see, Spirit. What is the message for Taurus, this Cancer full moon? Thank you. Okay, let's dive into this. What do you need to hear from the universe? First up, the High Priestess. Okay, so stay steady, all right? You are the High Priestess in this case, which is a reminder that you are a conduit between the known and the unknown. Allow for your visions, your insight, your intuition to not only guide you, but to, support you in staying true and steady to, I don't know why I wouldn't normally say this, but I'm getting like the status quo in terms of being non-reactive. If you have been receiving certain downloads, insights, channeled messages, so forth, which I feel you have, especially with this High Priestess coming through. First of all, if you aren't aware, any repetitive thoughts or just, again, visions, insights, signs, and synchronicities that you've been noticing, that's something from the divine, okay? So that's Spirit saying that there's some activations going on with your third eye, with your intuition. So pay attention to your intuition, okay? That's the biggest thing. But again, do your best to be non-reactive. Okay, allow for those visions, the signs and synchronicities to not only guide you, but to just appear before making a move. Okay, allow for something to develop before pouncing is the biggest thing. Okay, so let's see what this full moon's bringing to your awareness. The Son of Swords. Yeah, so that I'm getting is like the reactivity, anywhere of having a very active mindset. It's the Knights are always encouraging of movement, and they're signs of movement. So I feel like it's you noticing things coming through, people, experiences, messages that are coming through. Again, downloads that are coming through. Okay, you are encouraged to take action on those visions where it truly aligns. And when I said being non-reactive, I stand by that. You want to be responsive. Okay, so if you've been sort of praying and meditating on something for a while, and then suddenly you see an opening or an opportunity, say something, do something. Don't just sit on it. Okay, don't just like wait and wait and wait. So there's a balance always. All right. But again, it's about being responsive and not necessarily reactive. We want to pounce on something if the opportunity presents itself, but we're not just kind of being, skittish about anything as well. So I hope that that makes sense and I'm not being too confusing there, Taurus. But let's see what you might be revisiting. 5 of Wands. Okay, so this makes sense. Avoiding any sort of, and not to say, okay, you want to, forgive me, I'm going to reword that, all right? So where there may be tensions felt, you want to deal with it head on. Okay, so if you have been avoiding certain conversations, if you have been avoiding certain, clashes in personalities, that sort of thing, a difference of opinions, not being on the same page as someone, this is where Spirit is saying that's where that balance is, okay? Allow for the opportunities to present itself. You don't need to go and create one. However, if you have been waiting and watching, this may be that time where you do need to sort of just go and make an effort. You know what I mean? Don't avoid conflict for too long, especially if you already have been. It's kind of saying don't be afraid of conflict. Don't be afraid to say what needs to be said. All right? Don't be afraid of ruffling a few feathers, especially if your intuition has really been coming through strongly and you've been picking up on a lot of messages. All right? Let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon here. The Hangman, seeing things from a different perspective. Okay, so this may also be a note from Spirit. If you have been feeling a little bit stubborn, I don't know why, so forgive me because I don't mean this as a judgment whatsoever, but if you've been feeling a little stuck, a little standoffish for whatever reason, or a little bit uncertain, if you've been pulling back and not saying anything, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but Spirit's saying, do your best to, especially if you've been holding something inward and you've been feeling a certain way about something or someone, a situation, like Spirit is saying, try to see things from the other side, try to see things from the other person's perception or perspective. And it's also like, forgive me, this, I don't want to sound confusing at all, but there's this like time is on your side, but at the same time, don't hold back, because with the Hangman, it's about also being self-aware. Like, where are you holding yourself up? Where are you holding yourself back where you don't need to? Where it is time to speak up, where it is time to take an action, where it is time to do something about, the insights, the messages that you have been receiving from what you have been noticing. And then on the flip side, of course, right, about that non-reactivity, we also want to see things from the other side, to have a well-rounded perspective. That's really what this is about. So what sort of downtime is your soul craving? 2 of Wands. You want to really get excited about what's ahead at this point. Maybe you have been waiting, watching, maybe you have been holding space. So Spirit's saying, notice where have you been holding back, and where is it time to start moving forward? Where could you use that space to see things from a different perspective? Where can you also realize that you have your own unique vision? You are unique. You have your own uniqueness. All right. And so start to plan accordingly. Okay. The short-term steps when we see the 2 of Wands. The world is in the palm of your hands when we see the 2 of Wands. And so Spirit is saying, what are you going to do with it? Where again have you been holding back? Where could you use a little bit again of a shift in perspective as you are looking at what's ahead, as you're looking at what's coming through moving forward? Okay, Taurus. So I encourage you to check out your other energies, the other aspects in your chart, your moon, your rising especially. I also like to throw in your Venus and North Node, but if you've got a double or a triple in any of the signs, and obviously I would encourage you to check that out. Visit us, girlonhermoon.com. You know what to do. Schedule your very own live reading or a pre-recorded, of course, and have a blessed and bright Cancer full moon. Till next time. Gemini, how are you? And look, your card here at the bottom, I feel like maybe that's a good sign. But Kapualani here with your girl and her moon. Cancer full moon reading. Happy New Year. This is our first full moon of the year. So let's dive in and see what we see, Gemini. What's coming through for Gemini spirit? Gemini's message for this Cancer full moon season. Thank you. Okay, Gemini. Let's see what we see. opening things up, your message from the universe, Temperance. Okay, so pay attention, stay focused on what it is that you're doing without overly obsessing, of course. This is all about balance from a higher perspective. This is all about being self-aware in terms of when you take an action, not simply just plowing through something or doing something mindlessly, but also kind of feeling your way through it, feeling it out. How is the action that you're taking, how does that make you feel? How does it affect you? Okay. Like, for example, having a conversation, not just having a conversation for the sake of having a conversation, but why are you having this conversation? You know, what are your intentions? For whatever reason, that's the message that I'm getting. There could be a significant Sagittarius energy around you, or if you have Sagittarius in your chart, definitely maybe check out, check out, that sounds like you a little bit, right? A little bit mixed there, but check out that sign, okay? But otherwise, this energy of Temperance is a reminder to whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you are moving forth from a space of integrity, okay? That you're doing whatever it is that you're doing with integrity, okay? Whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing. What will this woman be bringing into your awareness? Ace of Pentacles, new start. So, okay. If there is an opportunity for you to plant a new seed, which it looks like there is here, I feel like that's maybe where that message of integrity is coming from in terms of making a move, but not rushing through it. All right, making a very focused effort in whatever it is that you're doing, okay? But finding the balance always, okay? Something is in development. There is a new beginning that's underway. And so get excited as well. It's another message that I'm getting. What are you potentially revisiting this full moon? Daughter of Pentacles. So those new beginnings. So this is a time of expansion and exploration to come, all right? And to consider what could be, okay? From a higher perspective, of course. And so in this case, being in a space of, I don't want to say non-committal, but be playful with the energies, be playful with the possibility, potential, while also understanding that, you know, the actions that you take, because this is Pentacles here, there is the possibility for long-term developments, okay? But again, you don't have to be too worried. Try not to be too heavy with the energy, okay? In terms of the way that you're looking at things. Understanding, yes, there are, long-term consequences, and I use that word consequences very lightly. I don't mean it, again, we don't want to be too heavy on ourselves with it. We just want to understand that, you know, while there is this new cycle that's starting and these opportunities, again, it's malleable. You have a little bit of time to sort of play with the energies, to explore, to be adventurous. This is going to be a time for you to really understand, like, what is my motivation, you know, as I'm looking at the future, as I'm looking at this opportunity that's presenting itself, so that you can have at least some sort of direction, while again understanding that there is a certain level of flexibility, of malleability in terms of how you develop and grow this seed, okay? Advice for a smooth full moon, Ace of Wands. So you got some aces here, definitely some new beginnings, new perspectives. Something is being ignited here, okay? So get excited about the new cycles that are presenting. And if you weren't aware of it, if you haven't seen the new cycles, that's where Spirit is telling you to focus. And again, ask yourself, what is motivating and inspiring you into action here? We've got aces, they're very powerful affirmations. So if you're wondering whether or not something was going to be happening, a yes or a no, this would be very validating that yes, you are on the right track. Yes, whatever it is that you're asking about is possible given a period of dedication and time, okay? And I say that because the aces, you know, they are initiations of a new cycle 1 through 10. And so what's nice here is that we've got both the earth energy, which is stabilizing things, and this is again what's being brought into your awareness, that there is a real true possibility for growth potential to happen here, all right? And it's saying with the Ace of Wands, don't hold back, because that's that fiery action. So it's inspiring you, or rather it's encouraging you, I should say, to take the action, to not hesitate, to try something out, to check things, you know, to explore a little bit, like I was saying, or like I was trying to say, excuse me, okay? All right, what sort of downtime, what sort of vacation is your soul craving? Gemini. All right, so the Seven of Wands. I feel like when I see this Seven of Wands, yes, the Seven of Wands is about standing your ground. It is about believing in yourself and pushing through any resistance. It doesn't necessarily mean external resistance, while it could. Okay, this could be about external resistance, but I feel like it's about focus as well. Okay, you want to focus and not scatter your efforts, not scatter your energies, and not get distracted by, the other possibility potentials, but choose one path and don't be afraid to commit to it. Okay, one person and don't be afraid to commit to them. For example, you may feel like you're up against a wall. I don't know where that's coming from, or if it resonates, great. If not, don't worry about it. But what I mean to say with that again is that there could just be some things that are overwhelming you in terms of direction and choosing a singular direction. Don't worry, okay? Those opportunities or those possibilities are not going to just elude you, but right now is not the time, again, to scatter your efforts or your energies. If you do have this opportunity presenting itself, don't be afraid to move forward on it, okay? Whatever else you've been considering or taking a look at, if it's meant to be, it will be there. It will come through. Okay, so try to just be open, all right, to the idea that it's okay for you to make a choice. It's okay for you to commit to something or someone, all right, and again, not to spread yourself thin here, but to push through. And the other thing with the Seven of Wands is to slow down. You don't need to be in a hurry about things. Make sure that whatever it is that you're going into, that you're well prepared. Okay, so that's what I wanted to put out there for you, Gemini. Check out your other aspect, your moon rising, Venus north node, however it resonates. And don't forget to schedule your session with us, girlonourmoon.com, for your live or pre-recorded session. And have a great full moon. Till next time, take care. Hello, Cancer. How are you? Kapualani here with your Cancer full moon reading, your girl on our moon Cancer full moon reading. First full moon of the year, and happy new year at that. I hope that your new year, your 2025 year, is off to a good start. So Cancer, let's see what we see here. Okay, so Spirit, what does Cancer need to know? Cancer need to know, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, first up, what do you need to hear from the universe for your Cancer full moon? The Magician, the power is in your hands, Cancer. Okay, weave your magic is what I'm hearing. And remember that you have more than one gift, skill set available to you, all right? This Magician is a reminder that you have mastery, okay, over more than one element. Okay, so this is again earth, air, fire, water. You have that ability to co-create and manifest at will here. So it's about self-empowerment and gaining perspective of, seeing what it is that you want, the future, a goal, whatnot, and not being too intimidated about what needs to be done here and now to position yourself accordingly. Okay, so getting focused and prioritizing what needs to happen right here, right now, in the present moment in order to get to where you want to be. Okay, Cancer, because again, the power is within your hands and you have every ability to make that, whatever goal it is, a reality. Okay, and I like that we're opening things up here with this Magician because it's about standing in your power. Like I said, self-empowerment is the big key here, the words that are coming through, so don't be afraid to wield your magic. Don't be afraid to take your power back if and where it's felt as though you've maybe let go or lost that power, lost that magic a little bit. Okay, if there's something that you want, something or someone, I will say this is where Spirit is saying, look no further than right here, right now. Okay, look no further. It's not necessarily, yes, look within, because again, you want to remind yourself that you are a very powerful individual, but it's about getting grounded, getting real about what steps need to happen to get there, okay? So what will this full moon be bringing into your awareness? The Four of Pentacles. So this energy, I feel like with this Four of Pentacles, yes, you know, one of the words coming through that is that defines the Four of Pentacles is insecurity. So whether this is financial insecurity, whether it's physical, you know what I mean? Like in terms of your body, in terms of feeling like insecure about your actual physical form. Okay, Spirit is saying the power is within your hands to make those changes. All right, I don't know why, forgive me, but I'm very present to, you know, how when we start off in the new year, we have these New Year's resolutions and things of that nature. So whether this is in terms, I feel like this is about manifesting. I feel like this is about taking control of your day-to-day reality. So this Four of Pentacles is also having you take a look at your day-to-day habits, patterns, and routines. Okay, so if it is about, like, whatever the case may be, whether it's your actual health and you're wanting to get in shape, whether it's about your wealth, your money, and you're wanting to save up or budget for something, you're wanting to change careers or jobs, that's where Spirit's saying take a look at your day-to-day habits, you know, what's working for you in terms of how you operate on a day-to-day level, like when it comes to food and activity, you know, like in terms of how you're nurturing yourself physically, how you're the self-care part of it, okay? And even if it's about your career, are you just contemplating things and staying stuck in the same routines? Is it time to maybe switch that up, okay? Maybe time for you to shift or switch up some of how you've been doing what you've been doing, change things out. The gears and the bands might be getting a little bit worn down here, okay? Maybe you're getting a bit bored with your routine, so it's time to change it, and remember that it's within your grasp, okay? It's within your power to make the changes, and you don't need to do things so extremely. You can just do it very, you know, step by step and in a way that's comfortable for you. All right, so let's see what you're potentially revisiting here. Daughter of Pentacles. Okay, interestingly enough, Cancer, I can't remember, oh my gosh, I think it was Gemini that had the Daughter of Pentacles in this position. So if you have Gemini in your chart, that might be something to take a look at. And before I forget, the Magician is Gemini Virgo energies. So going back to this Daughter of Pentacles, what you'll be potentially revisiting, new beginnings and being adventurous, being playful in terms of the opportunities that are available to you, the new cycle that you're looking into. This may be a time to look at yourself and your circumstances from a new perspective, okay, from a space of childlike wonder. I feel like maybe you're being a bit harder on yourself, or again, the insecurity about what you have to offer, that kind of a thing. Again, the Magician is self-empowerment, okay? See that you are a hot piece. I don't know, that just came through, you know, whether it's on a career level, whether it's about opportunities, whether it is about the physicality, you know, your physical form, that sort of a thing, okay? You have more to offer than you're giving yourself credit for, okay? So I really want you to just think about that, all right? Okay, advice for a smooth full moon. Son of Swords, make a move. Say what needs to be said, you know, speak your mind. Take the aligned action. Be forthcoming and don't hold back. Even if you don't have all of the information, this is a time, I'm hearing like it may be a good time to do not just deeper research on something, but to put the knowledge, put the information that you've learned so far, put it to use. Okay, so for example, if you have been looking into something, if you have been researching something, but not really taking an action to try it out, to test it out, this is a time to make a move. This is a time to test it out. This is a time to put it into action, all right? You may not feel like you're at the queen, king level of confidence or self-discipline or development yet, but this is that time to gain the experience, all right? Using your voice, for example, if you are like, you know, if you've been holding back and you've been thinking about something for a while, or if you've been, you know what I'm saying, something like that, it's time to put it out there, all right? It's time to just not be afraid to say something, do something about what's been on your mind, okay? What you have to say, you know what I'm saying? It's time to say it maybe. Okay. What sort of vacation, what sort of downtime is your soul craving? Ace of Cups, look at that. You want those new beginnings, heart opening, heart healing, maybe even heart to heart connection. This could be about love. This could be about self-love and self-care. It all starts within one way or another. And so I'm getting a fresh start, a clean slate, cleaning the slate, clearing the slate, okay? With this Ace of Cups energy, this could be a time to do a cleanse, okay? So like I was saying, especially if it's health oriented, I feel like this is that time to take the reins and to see that the goals that you have for yourself, regardless of whether they're, just internally for yourself, like I said, physical, health wise, or if it's about a relationship, if it's about a job, this is that time to re-infuse yourself with a new cycle and a new start of self-love and self-care, all right? Putting yourself out there and knowing that there are new beginnings for you in that way, and that it can be very healing. So focus on the healing, focus on the love. This is what you're craving, in terms of, again, downtime. So simplicity is also what I'm getting. But again, I feel called to tell you that it's a good time to do a cleanse, whether it's a detox with your body and that sense with health, whether it's an actual just taking a salt bath. That's what I wanted to say. Take a salt bath. This is the full moon in your sign here. All right. So it's going to be very powerful for you. Put it to use. So Cancer, don't forget to look at your other signs, your moon, rising, Venus, north nodes, as it speaks to you and resonates. But also schedule your session with us, girlandhermoon.com, to take this reading deeper, to look into any other aspects or areas. We have lives, as you may know, and if not now, as in including the pre-recorded here. So take care and have a blessed and bright full moon. Hey Leo, how are you? Kapualani here with your Girl and Her Moon Cancer full moon reading for the new year, the 2025 new year, and Happy New Year at that. This is our first full moon of the year, so I do hope, as always, that this finds you doing well. And if not, sending good vibes your way, Leo. So let's see what Spirit has for you. So Spirit, what does Leo need to know for this Cancer full moon? Thank you. Let's see. All right. So first up, let's see what you need to hear from the universe for this Cancer full moon, Leo. The Tower. Whoa. Okay, so significant and potentially extreme changes or shifts in reality, in your perception. When we see the Tower, it can be very scary and alarming. And I'm not trying to glaze anything over here, but just, don't be too afraid to embrace the possibility, potentials of what the Tower could mean. First of all, the Tower could mean an extreme shift in a positive way, right? It doesn't have to be negative. We'll see what the other cards reveal. The other piece is be mindful, okay, of your mental health and not to spin your wheels. Be mindful of any moments or any occasions in which you are going into the dark spiralies, all right? Just pull back. You may have a lot that's just spiraling through your mind, that's causing a bit of overwhelm, that's causing a bit of overthinking and over processing. There could be some doom and gloom stuff coming through right now. So just be aware and remember to breathe and take a step back. There are some alterations to your reality that could very well be underway, but it doesn't need to be horrific, okay? It doesn't need to be a bad thing. With that being said, what will this full moon be bringing into your awareness? Death. Wow, so we've got two Scorpio energies that are presenting here. So if you've got Scorpio in your chart, I highly recommend that you check out Scorpio's reading, okay? There could be a significant Scorpio around you, or just be mindful of maybe anything that may have happened in Scorpio season. I don't know why. I wouldn't necessarily say that just in this full moon reading, but I feel like there's something with Scorpio energy that's going to be important because we've got double Scorpio cards here. But the Death card is about transformation and transitions, okay? Something is ending, and as we know, it's death and rebirth, okay? And so there may be some kind of a significant significant ending and significant beginning that's going to be coming through. Maybe not right this second, but that you could be thinking about for the future. So do your best to just ground and to breathe and to not stay stuck in any kind of like chaotic energy or chaotic, just thoughts, that kind of thing. Again, be mindful of if and when there's any kind of like doom and gloom or dark spiralies that are happening. Maybe that's part of what's coming to a conclusion, okay? Things that just were not working for you. And maybe that's what's being brought up and what's being brought into your awareness. Where are you hanging on to the past? When we've got death, right? Things that are coming to an end. Where are you resisting change, or where are you afraid of changes? All right. Where can we be embracing of these transitions to be open to the new beginnings, for example? Let's see what you're going to be potentially revisiting. 10 of Swords. So a lot to do with mental health, I feel, and spinning your wheels, information overload or overwhelm. All right. I just saw 34 on my timer as I was saying this, sharing this message. So maybe that's an angel number to look into. But in terms of this 10 of Swords, the cycles, okay, these cycles of overthinking, these cycles of worries, of doubt, of overprocessing, spinning your wheels, obsessing, all right, even betrayals and backstabbing, for example, that's all coming to an end. All right, it's coming to an end. And so you want to simplify things by looking at what's right in front of you. And again, as I said earlier, I believe I said this, breathe. All right, remember to breathe. How is your breathing? Maybe do some breath work, some EFT tapping to help calm any nervousness, any tensions, any anxiousness. All right. And so just remember that whatever hasn't been working, whatever has been causing you stress, whatever has felt chaotic around you, don't avoid it, but breathe through it and understand that, again, this is a closing out of those cycles, of those patterns, of those habits, cycles of insanity, right? Where you're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, okay? So this is time to shift out of all of that. Let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. 10 of Wands. Okay, so very interesting. We've got 10 and 10 here. So 1010 or 10 will be a significant number numerology and or in terms of the angel number 1010, right? 10 or 1010. So this is what's crowning you. This is what's working on your behalf. This is, again, advice for a smooth full moon. So putting those past burdens to rest, leaving them behind, but not just running away from something, closing them out, okay? Close out those old cycles. Learn from the steps that you've taken, all right? What lessons are you taking with you? What have you learned from these experiences? The 10 of Wands. Burdens, right? And conflicts that you may be carrying. This is closing out. So again, just remember that if you've been going through a tough time, and for whatever reason, I feel like if it's been even the last year, from 2024 year, even just karmic stuff that maybe felt like it was dragging on before that, I feel like this is a sign that all of that is coming to an end. Okay, it's all coming to an end. So as advice, again, for a smooth full moon, with the 10 of Wands is saying, don't give up, push through, you're almost there. You're nearly to the finish line, okay? And remember, you're not closing these cycles out empty-handed, all right? You're not closing them out just like, and like, okay, that's it. Okay, what I like to say when I see the 10 of Wands is, you're carrying a bundle of wood. What are you going to do with it? You're not just carrying it for the sake of carrying it, right? We're going to chop it down into firewood. We're going to chop it down to build a house, to do something creative, artistic, all right? These are about the things that have been, just sort of nudging you into action, motivating and inspiring you into action. So based on the actions that you've taken, again, what has been worth your while? What have you learned here, all right? What are you taking with you? What are you leaving behind? All right, let's see what kind of a vacation is your soul craving based on all of that. 9 of Wands. Okay, so Leo, we're burnt out, we're exhausted, we need a break, we need to breathe, we need to slow down. The 9 of Wands is not giving up, like I said earlier. All right, it's taking a moment of pause, again, to breathe and to just reflect upon what have you learned. What are the actions that you've taken to get to where you are? And where are you, right? Where are you? Where are you headed? Where are you wanting to head? if things have not worked out the way that you had hoped, or if maybe some things have worked out, some things haven't worked out, again, this is just that reminder that you're not walking away from this. You're not closing these cycles out empty-handed. Okay, there are things to be gained, even if it might be a little bit of a struggle to see it, even if it might be, a little bit frustrating to admit it. But the whole essence of the message here is that you're putting it to rest. The people, places, and experiences that have weighed you down, that have felt like a pointless sacrifice, Leo, that's all coming to an end. And this isn't a punishment, okay? None of this is a punishment, and I respect it. I understand and hold space for that firsthand, all right? So part of it is about giving yourself a little bit of credit and saying, okay, again, based on the steps that I've taken, all you can do, right, is take responsibility for yourself at the end of the day and recognize, okay, based on what I've done, what would I do differently moving forward? How can I make better choices for myself and my life moving forward, okay? So, Leo, not all is lost, all right? Not all is lost, but I do encourage you to check out the other signs for deeper insights, your other aspects in your chart, your moon rising, your Venus, your north node. Maybe even, check and see what Scorpio's reading is for you and see if anything resonates there, even if you don't have Scorpio in your chart, because we got, again, these double Scorpio energies here. Maybe if there's a significant Scorpio in your life, especially. But otherwise, you know what to do, where to go, girlandhermoon.com to schedule your own live session or pre-recorded session. We are here for you. I want to wish you a very blessed and bright Cancer full moon, Leo. Till next time, take care. Hello, Virgo. How are you? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Cancer full moon reading. So I do hope that this finds you doing well and having a bright start to your 2025 year so far. This is the first full moon of the new year. Happy New Year at that. If I hadn't already said that, sorry about that if I've said it already, but hey, double blessings are not a bad thing. So Virgo, let's see what's coming through for you. This Cancer full moon. In spirit, what's coming through for Virgo? Got a little bit of a peek at the star there. So some hope, some faith being maybe restored or encouraged. Some healing potentially. We'll see. All right, Virgo, first up, your message from the universe. What do you need to hear? Death. All right, got some Scorpio energies here. Some transitions and transformations that are underway that you may be experiencing. So take it slow and allow for these changes to happen. Don't resist and don't be afraid of them, are the messages that I'm getting very clearly with this death energy. Because remember that with death brings a rebirth, okay? And I will say, Virgo, if you have any Leo in your chart, I encourage you to look at Leo's reading, because we did get the death card in Leo's reading. But if not, don't worry about it, all right? But if you got Scorpio in your chart, maybe check that out. If you got a Scorpio around you, whatnot. But otherwise, embrace the changes, embrace the endings. Don't be afraid of it, because again, with death comes rebirth. But we've got to get through the concluding of a cycle, the conclusion of this transformation period first before we can enter into the rebirth. Now, it all kind of tends to happen symbiotically at times, right? So that's where I feel like, I don't know why, Virgo, but I'm just going to say it again. Like, don't be afraid of the changes that are underway. Don't be afraid even of the endings that you may be experiencing or moving through, okay? What will this full moon be bringing to your awareness? The Temperance energy, so Sagittarius energy, so it's balance, choices that you're making, and understanding. Again, remember what I said about sometimes things all happen at once. It happens symbiotically. Okay, and so based on the actions that you're taking, understand that it's going to make you and those around you potentially, or those affected by those changes, going to make them feel a certain way. So with the Temperance energy, it's paying attention to what you're doing and how you're doing it, what you're saying and how you're saying it. Being clear that whatever you're doing or saying, you're coming from a place of integrity. All right, and I just am reminded of that because, traditionally we have our Archangel Michael in the Temperance card, or representing temperance. And in this case, heron, this bird, is, the meaning, or one of the meanings of the heron is integrity. All right. And so whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you are seeing or doing things from a higher perspective, all right, and a more aligned perspective. There's some karmic energies coming through here with this death and temperance card. So whatever it is that you are shifting out of and moving into, it is all, everything is divinely guided, but in this case, that's just the message that's coming through as a little bit of a friendly reminder, okay, if what you're going through is making you feel a certain way, like, oh, this is such a struggle, or if there's fear that's coming up, just know that you are being divinely guided and watched over. All right, what you'll need to revisit potentially, the High Priestess. So yeah, look at this. These major arcanas showing up in your reading, Virgo. So there may be some things that you really have been, or that you are or will be processing internally, that's very much karmically, divinely aligned, okay? Your higher self very much coming through. The High Priestess is trusting your intuition, understanding that there may be some things that are in transition that's not what it appears to be. And that's where I'm going back to that initial message when we got the Death card, about not being afraid of the changes, not being afraid of what's on the horizon, okay? Whatever is ending, it's meant to end, and it's gonna be okay. So with this High Priestess energy, what you might be revisiting is holding space, all right, for those divine downloads, remembering that you are a conduit to spirit, and, not to jump to conclusions, but to rather allow for your intuition, not only to guide you, but for those insights to be revealed, for them to be made manifest before jumping into action, okay? That's where that balance is coming through. Let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon here. Ace of Pentacles, there's the new beginnings, all right? There's the new beginnings, and it's a solid new beginning. When we got the Ace of Pentacles, just realize whatever it is that's happening, there is a new opportunity presenting itself, and that you may very well have your hands on a new opportunity. You may have a seed to plant yourself, all right? This is a time to consider your new opportunities, those new beginnings, and to remember that as you show up consistently, that's where it counts the most, all right? And I say that because, like, everything starts from within, okay? And it as you continue to nurture and support that growth, other opportunities will branch out and sprout from that seed, okay? So you do have a new beginning presenting itself here, aside from the fact that this is a new year, but there is a solid new beginning that's presenting itself. So again, there may be certain things that are ending, but, forgive me for the repetition of this word, but symbiotically, there's new beginnings that are coming through as well, okay? So what sort of downtime is your soul craving? What kind of vacation? 5 of Cups, you're ready to let go of the past and no longer fixate on the shoulda, woulda, couldas, but to focus on what's ahead, even if there may be some lingering feelings, even if there may be certain emotions that are still pulling at you, tugging at your heartstrings, or making you feel a little bit held back or weighed down. This is Spirit's way of saying, listen, it's time to focus again on the new beginnings, but healing and taking things slow and steady, all right? There's no need to rush, force, or push yourself into, focusing on just being happy and everything. We want to focus on healing and addressing the underbelly so that, when you do plant those new seeds, it can grow in a nice, like, clear, clean slate type of space. Nothing's going to be perfect, of course. But this is where it's like you want to be in denial. I don't know why, but it's like we don't want to be in denial, nor do we need to cling to the past. This is where it's like we got to find that happy medium, the happy middle ground, right? Because 5 of Cups is an energy of emotional recovery. Sometimes it takes a minute before you can get excited about the opportunities that are ahead. But this, again, is where we focus on self-healing and self-care and self-love so that we can appreciate the future, joys, the future fulfillment that's right there. It could even be something right next to you that you're not seeing. So you want to see the opportunities to either heal or to experience joy in a very sort of simple way that's going to help you to, get to the other side of things here. All right. So Virgo, I hope that this has helped and been supportive. Don't forget to check out your other aspects, your moon, rising, Venus, north node. I encourage you to check it out, but also visit us girlandhermoon.com to schedule your own live or pre-recorded reading for a bit of deeper insights or support. So have a blessed and bright full moon, Virgo. Till next time, take care. Hey Libra, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Cancer full moon reading, and this is the first full moon of the 2025 New Year. So happy New Year with that being said. But Libra, let's see what we see for you. So Spirit, what is Libra's message for this Cancer full moon? Okay, let's see. All right, what you need to hear from the universe for this Cancer full moon Libra. Wow, look at you. I had a feeling. All right, I had a feeling about this one for you, Libra. So we've got the sun here. So what I will say is, if you have Leo in your chart, maybe check out the Leo reading, in case that resonates, of course. But otherwise, your answer to your question, if you had one, is a yes. All right. The sun is all about understanding. Anything hidden, it will be revealed. In addition to the sun obviously being very affirmative and validating. And so whatever knowledge is hidden from you, or whatever answers that you've been seeking that you don't have, that you don't know of yet, that you are not aware of the answers yet, it will come through, it will be revealed. And again, this is the message from the universe for you, Libra. Okay, so I feel like it's also about being present in the moment, focus on your joys. For whatever reason with the sun here, I'm focused on the solar plexus, so this may have something to do with digestion or your belly health, that kind of a thing. That may be a focus. So if that resonates, as always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But I feel like there's something liberating coming through with this full moon energy in terms of the messages, okay? But let's see next what this full moon we bring into your awareness. Look at you, Libra. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So things are going to be taking a turn for the better. You've got significant cycles that are closing out, and so this is that new beginning. So if you've been waiting and if you've been wondering, yes, there are some new cycles that you're opening up to. These are very divinely guided energies, karmic energies, and expansion that's coming through as well when I tune into these energies. And so with this Wheel of Fortune, I mean, again, this is about the fixed sign. So Leo, if you've got Leo in your chart, I highly recommend that you check out Leo's reading. Maybe it was not the easiest. I will give you that little bit of a heads up, but something about it may resonate. Or if you have a Leo in your life, that might give you a little bit of insight in terms of what's going on with them, okay? And I just felt like I needed to say that. But with the Wheel of Fortune, the thick sign, so as I already mentioned, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus, all right? So one more thing with this Wheel of Fortune, things are going to be shifting. Whatever has felt stuck, okay, it's going to start moving. Whatever has just been the same, there's going to be some changes taking place. That's going to come to a conclusion, all right, where you've just been seeing the same old thing. It's going to be shifting. So what will you be revisiting? What are you going to need to revisit? Three of Wands. This card, as I was shuffling, it sort of like peeked out to me. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And now I'm seeing it here. So for sure, this is like I'm getting eye on the prize, and the Three of Wands is a reminder that the ships are coming in, okay? So get excited and continue to take the aligned, actionable steps toward that horizon, toward those ships, whatever those ships are, okay? And what I mean by that is the what you've set your sights on, the goals that you have for yourself, okay? Keep working and taking, again, aligned, actionable steps toward that, okay? Because there's some type of an exchange I'm hearing that could be taking place. Maybe not right this second, again, but it's about, I don't know why, but with this Three of Wands, yes, getting excited, focusing and bringing your vision together, all right? Taking the steps to bring the vision together. Thank you, Spirit. All right, advice for a smooth full moon, the Ace of Swords. Look at this, look at you. So Libra, Ace of Swords is saying yes. Okay, this is another affirmation. If you had a question, if you're wondering, am I on the right track? Am I heading in the right direction? Am I going to get what I want? Yes, you will. And that's how, okay, to keep applying yourself. It's not about rushing through anything, but it's about remaining diligent and persistent and consistent in your steps and actions here. And so, with this Ace of Swords, don't be afraid to make a decision, especially if there are significant decisions to be made. If you have especially been, like I know with you Libra, right, it's the scales of balance, so don't be afraid to say yes or no one way or another. But I feel like this is very much affirming in terms of saying yes to something, to someone, in terms of a direction, or in terms of like having an aha moment of some kind, having a breakthrough if you have felt stuck or uncertain about what to do, where to focus your energies. Okay, this is going to work out. Things are working out. What sort of downtime is your soul craving? The Empress. Wow. Libra, I've got to say, I still have a few more signs to do readings on, but and I say this, I don't want to like try to pump up your ego or anything, but I feel like you've got one of the better readings so far, and I wouldn't normally throw this into my tarot scopes or whatnot, but I don't know why. I felt like I had to say that for you. So maybe there's been some tough times that you've been going through, or maybe you just could use that encouragement. And if not, whatever, if you're like, no, I've been doing really good. So let this just continue to validate and affirm, your direction, your choices. And just again, if this is the opening for the new year, the first full moon, this shows you pretty much flying high, I feel. And so you're ready to be in that Empress mode. And it's not about gender, but it's about energy. And Empress energy is very much self-fulfilled. And it's very much in the space of recognizing your accomplishments and your achievements, and understanding that you've got the high ground in whatever it is that you're trying to do, okay? So I feel like generosity, I don't know why, but you don't have to be giving things away, but it's about having just the energy of generosity in terms of heart, in terms of character, in terms of nurturing. Okay, again, it's not about materialism, but it could just be about soul healing and sending out that healing energy for whatever reason. And so I feel like it's very much being in your sacred feminine energy of receiving, of receptivity, and again, really taking a look at what you have, the potential that you have to co-create and manifest simply through being you. All right, Libra, so hey, good on you. Don't forget to check out your other aspects, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, as it resonates. And dive into a reading of your own by visiting our website, girlonhermoon.com. We've got lives, we got in addition to the pre-recorded here. And have a blessed and bright full moon. Till next time. Hello, Scorpio. How are you? I will tell you that your card, your Scorpio energy, has shown up for, at least a couple of other signs. So if you are cross-watching, let's see what comes through for you. But one way or another, this is a reading for Scorpio. So I didn't even get to finish my whole introduction. Kapualani here with your girl on her moon, Cancer full moon reading. I hope that your 2025 New Year is off to a good start, Scorpio, and Happy New Year. All that being said, but Spirit, what do we need? What's coming through rather in messages for Scorpio? Spirit, thank you. Okay, so Scorpio, let's see what we see here. What do you need to hear from the universe? 8 of Swords. Okay, so there are some things that are in a state of development. If you are feeling a little bit stuck in your thoughts or uncertain and unclear, just remember to breathe and focus on what you can do, not on what you can't do or what you don't know. Okay, there's a metamorphosis energy coming through when we see this particular 8 of Swords, especially. And so again, this may be a period of transition. This may be a period of things coming together beyond your awareness. And I feel like that's the message. There are certain things in development. Again, I believe I had said that earlier, but there are things that are coming together. There are things that are developing beyond your awareness, beyond your ability to see what all is there. All right. don't allow for that to negate your abilities to apply yourself, to do other things in the meantime. All right, Scorpio. So that's just something coming through first and foremost. Let's see what's being brought into your awareness. That being said, Four of Pentacles. So are you feeling a little bit tied up? Are you feeling stuck? Are you feeling insecure in some way, shape, or form? Are there things that feel as though they are beyond your control or out of your hands right now? And if so, this is where Spirit is saying focus on what you can control. Focus on what is going on inside rather than projecting externally. And not that I'm saying that you're projecting, but I just mean that this is definitely a time to just do what you can with what you've got. All right, so it's like doing your best with the current circumstances. This Four of Pentacles may be a reflection upon feeling insecurity. I feel like this Four of Pentacles showed up in this position, and forgive me, I don't remember exactly what sign it was, but there was another sign, I don't know if it was Aries, Taurus, or one of the earlier signs that had the Four of Pentacles in the same position. So if you have maybe if that showed up for you, if you look at the other readings for that sign and this, and you see that this card came through in the same position for you, there's something here. Okay, and this is about feelings of insecurity with yourself, whether it's physically in terms of your body, or whether it's financially, whether it's materialistically. All right, feeling as though you got to kind of keep things close to the vest, or kind of, you know what I mean, feeling like you can't really put yourself out there right now. So this is about looking at your current patterns, your current habits, the rhythm and flow of your day to day, okay, that you want to take a look at in terms of what you can adjust, and not being afraid to make those adjustments. See where you might be stuck on the same habits, the same cycles, the same patterns. How is that serving you or not serving you? Okay, that being said, what are you revisiting? The Father of Pentacles. So are you concerned? And maybe you're not aware of this, but be aware of where you may be a little bit overly concerned with what others think about you in terms of how you present yourself. This Father of Pentacles, I say that because the Father of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, can be a little bit concerned about appearances and how they are coming across, So I feel like if you got financial insecurities or concerns, that's where you want to focus on stabilizing yourself. Okay, this may deal with your career. This may deal with, again, how you present yourself to the external world. There's something that's transforming here. All right, and so you may be feeling like you're holding back a little bit, or you need to hold back. You may not be feeling so certain of yourself, but I want to say, this is where Spirit's saying, try not to stay too stuck on a particular notion. All right, focus on what is working for you, and where you would like to see things unfold. What kind of transformation would you like to see for yourself, and empower yourself through action in that way. Okay, focus on your stability. Focus on the steps that you can take rather than where your hands are tied. All right. That being said, let's look at some advice for you. The High Priestess. Okay, so the High Priestess is tune in, all right, to your intuition. You know that you're very powerful when it comes to intuition, Scorpio. So what is your intuition telling you? What are the downloads that are coming through right now? If and when an opportunity is presenting itself, don't hold back, take that action, take the step. But until what you're vibing on is in alignment with what you're seeing, there's no need to make a move. There's no need to take an action. Sometimes, the self-discipline of staying steady and staying true in and of itself is part of it. All right. But don't, like I said, if what you're seeing is lining up, like if what's presenting itself, I should say, and what's appearing in front of you is what you've been vibing on intuitively. That's where Spirit is saying, don't hesitate to say what needs to be said, or take a step, you know what I mean? And use this time as an opportunity. But otherwise, it's about holding space for the vision to manifest. Hold space for your intuition to start to kind of guide you, and to, you know what I mean, let the pieces fall into place as they will. There's something here where it's also that you may be having to contend a little bit with again, focusing on the things that you have the ability to take action upon, and not fixating too much on things that you don't, you can't control right now. Okay, so what kind of break or downtime is your soul craving? Look at that, the sun, sunshine. So we got Cancer energy with the High Priestess, Leo energy with the sun, in case any of that vibes or resonates in your chart. But this is about being present to the moment, focusing on your joys, the liberation and expansion, saying yes to the opportunities, people, places, experiences that are presenting themselves in the here and now. Don't stay cooped up, if especially you don't need to be. Whatever it is that's in development will be revealed in due time, but don't just sit and hold yourself up until that comes. You know what I mean? Live your life is what I'm getting here. Live your life. Don't be afraid to step out, to put yourself out there. Okay, it's like you may be feeling, like I said, a little bit insecure, because maybe what you're working on, you don't feel ready yet, or it's not ready yet, or you're not there yet. Okay, like if you're working on a health goal, for example, like, oh well, I haven't hit that goal yet. That don't let that stop you from living your life. All right, that's the biggest thing here, Scorpio. So that being said, check out your other aspects, moon, rising, north node, Venus, as it resonates, and visit our website to schedule a session of your own, live or pre-recorded. We are here for you, okay? And have a blessed and beautiful full moon. Hey, Sagittarius, how are you? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Cancer, full moon reading. And this is our first full moon for the year, the new year. We've got Five of Cups here, and I think 2 cards fell out, but we've got that your card showing up. So I don't know if there have been some disappointments. I don't know why, but this word bereavements, coming through, Sagittarius. So just breathe your way through it, if anything, and just understand everything in due time, all right? There may be some pieces of the past that you're having to let go of, but trust that there will be new beginnings and opportunities to experience joy and fulfillment, all right? If you've been, again, feeling a little bit disappointed as it stands. But nevertheless, Sagittarius, let's see what we see here for you. First up, we're going to be getting a message from the universe. What's your message from the universe, Sag? Slow and steady wins the race, Son of Pentacles, all right? So things developing over a period of time. Through being consistent and persistent in your efforts, you cannot help but to see growth and development, all right? So things may not be moving as quickly as you would like, but that's not the point here. When we see the Knight of Pentacles, it's about, again, development over a period of time. So committing to a certain path and direction while not getting lost. It's like when I see the Knight of Pentacles, often the phrase, don't get lost among the forest for the trees, comes up. So don't be so overly fixated on what it is that you're looking at right in front of you that you lose sight of the path, ahead. Okay, so try to understand that, when we see the Knight of Pentacles gets the job done out of all of the knights. Okay, you may not be getting there the fastest, but you will get there in the end. Okay, so keep that in mind. Like I said, what will this full moon be bringing to your awareness? Okay, death. So there is, this death card's been making the rounds. And if you've got other aspects that you look into, maybe you'll see that card popping up in those other aspects. But there is a transformation that's taking place, okay? And hence the things being slow and steady here in terms of the focus and the message, again, with the Knight of Pentacles, the Son of Pentacles. And so, there could be some things coming to an end. Scorpio energy coming through with the Death card. So allow for those cycles to come to an end. And that may be, when I saw that earlier, remember that Five of Cups that we saw earlier, there may be certain things from the past that you're having difficulty letting go of. Don't be afraid to let go, because we want to have a new infusion of energy to clear the slate so that you can have a new beginning. Because with endings comes new beginnings. With death comes rebirth. But we've got to get through those endings first, and we've got to be accepting of them, okay? So what are you potentially revisiting? Mother of Cups. Okay, so I'm hearing strength in your emotions, your emotional core. Tuning into your gut, trusting your gut. I feel like there could be also some things with health, clearing up of health stuff for whatever reason. The Mother of Cups, almost had a Freudian slip there. But the Mother of Cups is about, I don't know, I'm just very much about health and gut health. Excuse me. So when you sneeze, think there's something that might be true that's there potentially. But listen to your gut, and or maybe do a little bit of a gut, cleanse, or focus on your gut. I don't know why, but your health there. All right. So, emotions, emotional boundaries, and not getting too caught up in your emotions. Be mindful not to be, what it is that you're ingesting as well. Maybe be mindful if you are emotionally eating, stress eating, that kind of a thing. That's coming through. Let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon, Sag. Father of Pentacles. So look at this. We've got the Son of Pentacles and then graduating into the Father of Pentacles. So if for whatever reason there are career shifts or changes that you're wanting to make, something that you're working on, it doesn't have to be career. Could be your health again, because the Pentacles is about the body, physical body, as well as the material realm with finances, money, that kind of thing. And so it's about taking charge. Take charge of your day, take charge of your life, take charge and ownership of the reality that you are co-creating and manifesting through the actions that you're taking, through your self-care. How are you caring for yourself or not caring for yourself? Your career, how are you taking action or not taking action, and really taking ownership and responsibility for the reality that you're creating. Okay, that's coming through big time for whatever reason. So there's got to be something there. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. There may be a significant shift that you're wanting to make, but again, remember that it's within your hands to do this. So don't be afraid, don't hesitate to empower yourself through aligned action. Okay, the Father of Pentacles isn't intimidated by, like, let's just say if there's a big pile of stuff to sift through, it doesn't just sit there and strategize and strategize and strategize, comes up with a strategy and just puts it into action. All right, because it's like not afraid to tackle what's physically right in front of him. Okay, and there is also something about self-respect and caring about how you show up and showing up as well. All right, what sort of break, what sort of downtime is your soul craving? Mother of Swords, look at this. So we've got some character cards coming through here. Mothers, father, the sun here. So I feel like there could be other people around you. So if there's earth signs, we got water and air, of course. Scorpio energy here with the Death card and Mother of Cups. So this is drawing boundaries, gathering information, reading between the lines without becoming overly obsessed or overly fixated on the details, okay? This is about detaching from your emotions so that you can see with clarity, not being emotionless, but not allowing for your emotions to control you, not getting caught up in fantasies, illusions, or daydreams, but seeing people, places, and experiences, situations for who and what they are. Okay, so make a plan, see it through. Don't be afraid to also be aware of your boundaries and limitations, okay, so that you're not overdoing or underdoing for that matter. But Sagittarius, I hope that this has helped. Check out your other signs, your other aspects for some deeper insights, your rising moon, maybe even your Venus, your North Node. But schedule your own session to take this reading, or dive into any other area of choice. Further, girlundermoon.com with a live or pre-recorded reading available for you to choose from. All right, so take good care. Be blessed. Hey Capricorn, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Cancer full moon reading. Let's see what we see for you, Capricorn. What's coming up for Capricorn spirit? What does Capricorn need to know? What's coming through for Capricorn? Thank you. Coming through for Capricorn. Sorry about that. A little bit loud on the cards hitting the table. All right, so Capricorn, first up, your message from the universe. What do you need to hear? 3 of Wands. So the ships are coming in. What you seek is seeking you. So get excited about what's ahead and take the actions needed and necessary in preparation for what is to come. Okay, this is a time where the vision is coming together, Capricorn. So, whatever it is that you have been wanting, whatever has been motivating and inspiring you into action, things are getting ready to take shape, to take form in a more significant sort of way. Okay, so again, the message coming through is get excited. Past, present, and future are aligning. So, where you again have been holding space and taking action, the pieces are starting to come together. The idea, the whatever has been with beyond your understanding or grasp, it's starting to make sense, or it will begin to make sense. Okay, Capricorn. So let's see what's being brought into your awareness. 10 of Swords. Okay, so information overload, information overwhelm, where you've been spinning your wheels, where you've been maybe obsessing, or where you've actually even felt like just too many details, too much strategizing, too much planning. All right, that's what's going to be brought into your awareness. Like you're cycling out of just the spinning your wheels type stuff. You're becoming a lot more self-aware in terms of overthinking, obsessing, that kind of thing, over the details without taking any kind of an aligned action. Okay, it's time to take the action. It's time to see what's right in front of you and to stop going over the list, stop going over the steps, but to take the aligned action accordingly. Okay. More than anything, that's part of the message that I'm getting here for you, Capricorn. So let's see what you might be revisiting. So we got 10 and 10 here, house and home. Okay, so 10 of Cups, celebration, celebratory energy. This could also deal with other people. If you've been stressed out over a relationship, over a situation with a group of people, or if it's your household, house and home, with just harmony and balance, I want to say, forgive me if this sounds silly or cliched, but it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. All right. You might be spinning your wheels a little bit, maybe feeling like you need to sort of readjust or adjust to other personalities. I don't know why I'm getting this. Maybe there's just too many voices going on, or too many opinions that you're trying to contend with, too many personalities. But this is where Spirit is saying to focus on the good, focus on the joy. Recognize that whatever has been overwhelming, you're shifting out of that and shift into joy. Consciously shift into the joy. Consciously focus on the fulfillment and any reasons to celebrate, whether it's a birthday, an anniversary, or just being grateful for this new year, and the new beginnings that the new year, or the idea of it, that it brings. Okay, I feel like when we've got this 10 of Cups for a revisitation, lean on the people, places, and experiences that feel like family, that feel like home. Focus on making your house a home, all right, energetically. Especially if you do live with others, okay, so that things can be brought into a space of harmony and balance, okay? Advice for a smooth full moon. 8 of Wands. So there may be some things may be moving very quickly. There may be a number of choices, decisions to be made that will lead you toward the desired outcome. I don't know why, but that's just what's coming through. Be mindful of who and what you surround yourself by. Be mindful of the actions that you're taking, and recognize, and I don't say this with any kind of a shade or anything, but they're like, actions have consequences. So focus on it in a good way, that by getting out of your head and taking the aligned actions, it will lead to something in alignment. It will lead to good things, okay? And I feel like this is an opportunity to get everyone on the same page, all right? There's people that have your back and that are willing to show up for you, willing to support you. So focus on that energy, focus on those personalities, those kinds of people. All right, things are going to be coming together very quickly, or they have the potential to, especially when you channel your focus accordingly. Okay. So okay. That being said, Capricorn, let's see what kind of break or what kind of downtime your soul is craving here. Three of Swords. So 3 and 3. 3 may be significant, past, present, and future. Pay attention to your mental health. Okay, pay attention to any feelings of nervousness, anxiety, or even like where you feel like maybe you're concerned that you're being stabbed in the back, or maybe you're focused on that, but it's not really the case. And if you are concerned or worried about that, again, lean on the people that feel like family, that have your back, that that you can count on, because they're there. All right. Not everything or everyone is out to get you. And I'm not saying that as a jest, or as a judgment at all. But it's like, get out of your head, get into your heart, see the good that is on the horizon that's available to you, so that you can take the aligned actions accordingly. Move away from the people, the experiences that create chaos for you, and move toward the people, again, that are supportive and that have been supportive consistently. Don't be your own worst enemy here. All right. With this 3 of Swords, in terms of just what kind of break or downtime your soul is craving, you want to get away from conflict. You want to address conflict and clear from it. Okay, maybe you're feeling torn about a decision. Heart and mind are having a hard time aligning, and you would like to have some inner peace, some inner clarity, some inner focus and external focus, like that resonates and that makes sense. So this is where Spirit is saying, pay attention to how your thoughts, your internal dialogue is affecting you and your perception. That's all right? And again, choose to step out of that and to take the aligned action, to shift out and to unweave yourself from any mental entanglements. All right? Be mindful of how your mental health is affecting you. That's the biggest thing that I'm going to leave you with, Capricorn. So that being said, dive into your other aspects for some deeper insights. Moon rising, North Node, Venus. Okay. And visit us, girlandhermoon.com, to schedule a live session or a pre-recorded for some extra guidance. Whatever you may need, we are here for you. Okay, Capricorn. So be blessed and have a wonderful full moon and new year. Take care till next time. Hey Aquarius, how are you? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Cancer full moon reading. So I hope that this finds you doing well. And this is the first full moon of the 2025 new year, and happy new year. That being said, hope your new year is going off to a good start, starting off well. But let's see, Spirit, what do we have for Aquarius? What are the messages coming through for Aquarius? Spirit, thank you. What does Aquarius need to know, Spirit? Thank you. All right, Aquarius. What do you need to hear from the universe this Cancer full moon, Daughter of Wands? Okay, signs, synchronicities, messages coming through, vibes. Okay, get curious and be playful. There are new beginnings here, new ways of seeing and doing things, new opportunities potentially presenting itself. So be adventurous, be willing to be adventurous, be willing to try new things, be willing to take chances, but have fun and be playful. This is it's not necessary for you to have to feel a bunch of pressure to commit to anything right now. I mean, it could be. We'll see what the other cards reveal, Aquarius. But there may be certain messages coming through to you, whether from the universe, whether from your higher self, whether from another or others. Okay, there could be, again, signs and synchronicities that are shedding some light on just particular directions, areas, or again, new beginnings for you to focus on. But again, this is, I feel, playful energy coming through, stimulating energy for you, especially if things have either felt like overwhelming or underwhelming. I don't know why I just kind of had to say that. Okay, so focus on things from a sense of childlike wonder and perspective. What will this particular full moon bring into your awareness? Daughter of Swords. We have two daughters here, pages here. New information to explore. Do your research. Do your best not to get too overwhelmed by information, especially if you're feeling info overload. This is a time to just also observe. Observe. Don't be afraid again to learn new things, to try new things, understanding and knowing that you're not obligated to have it all figured out right here, right now. Okay, so sometimes when I see the Daughter of Swords, I feel like it's that time to get a handle on the information, get a handle on the experiences, and learning about it that way. Even again, if it may feel intimidating, or if it may feel like, wow, that's a lot to absorb, don't be afraid of it. Don't try not to be too intimidated or afraid, and recognize if and when you are feeling that way, or you are kind of getting a bit overwhelmed about something, so that you can take a moment of pause to breathe and to understand that this is a learning opportunity. This is an opportunity to have a new beginning, new cycles again presenting themselves in terms of seeing something from a different perspective, doing things, potentially even learning how to do things in a new way. Okay. All right. What you're going to be possibly revisiting. Two of Wands. Okay, so the world is in the palm of your hands when we see the Two of Wands. And this is about getting excited. So I feel like the universe is encouraging you to get excited about the road ahead, about the path ahead, the future potentiality of what's there, what's available, what's possible. Okay, this is about also short-term plans and not getting too caught up in, what's happening next year, next month, maybe next week. Okay, maybe next week. But doing your best to be present to the here and now, and not to allow for the future to intimidate you. Okay, just know that what's meant to be will unfold in due course. And so in order to get to the horizon, right, we want to understand where we're going to be taking our next step. So for example, if you're starting at point A and the destination is point Z, what would make the most sense for you to inform yourself about and to apply yourself toward, right? Not necessarily point X, Y, Z, right? But we want to look if we're at A, then what B and C, right? We just need to focus on B and C right now. Get excited and inform ourselves about B and C. We don't need to be X, Y, because our destination is Z. You got a number of steps to take before you get to X and Y, and let alone Z. You know what I mean? So you see what I'm saying here? So again, what you're revisiting are the more short-term plans, steps, and motivations and inspirations, not the end goal. You'll get there. All right. This is a beginning. This is a new start, a new way of doing things, of seeing things, of gathering info and so forth. So just realize that. Okay. I know that at times we want to be in the queen or the king position, not the page position. But Spirit is saying, listen, this is your opportunity to not have to be so burdened with responsibility or self-discipline. This is your opportunity to play, to be playful, to access again that sense of childlike wonder and exploration. Okay, so focus on it from that kind of a perspective and not all this heavy-duty pressure. That being said, let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. Temperance, yes, find the balance. Find the balance. Temperance reminds us that number one, your angels, your guides, your ancestors, and so forth, they are working with you. They are guiding you every step of the way. Temperance is also about balance. Okay, balance between the emotions you're feeling and your actions, the actions that you're applying as well. Okay. So based on the choices and decisions that you are making that are ahead for you, number one, stay focused on what's right here, right now. Again, I said it earlier, I'll say it again, not on step Z, X, Y, Z even, if you're starting at point A, but what? A, B, C. Okay, A, B, C in order to get to the next and the next and the next. But don't worry about the next, the next, the next, the next. Just be right here, right now. Don't just plow through something, right? Like when you're eating your food, for example, don't just shovel it down, right? Just to okay, that was great. But you want to understand what the tastes and the flavors and enjoy that, It's is what you're eating satisfying, or are you just eating to eat? You know what I mean? That kind of a thing. So with the Temperance energy, it's also a reminder to do all things with integrity, or to be like pay attention again. What is the why? Why? What is motivating and inspiring you into action? Why are you doing what you're doing? Okay? And where is it all coming from, so that you can find the balance, that you can stay balanced, you can stay focused on what it is that you are co-creating and manifesting here, where that's all coming from. So let's get an idea of what sort of vacation is your soul craving. What kind of downtime could you use? Look at that, Son of Swords. Okay. Channeling, harnessing your thoughts and applying yourself accordingly. So not getting caught up in your thoughts and just kind of keeping it spinning your wheels and everything, but doing something about it. So even if you do feel a little bit intimidated, even if you don't quite have the experience or the you know what I mean, you haven't quite mastered something yet, don't let that hold you back from trying. Don't let it hold you back from doing. Okay, if you've been gathering information, if you've been researching, if you've been observing, now is the time to apply. Now is the time to say or do what needs to be said or done. Don't hold back. Express yourself. Okay, maybe there are some thoughts that you're ready to just kind of put out there, that whether it's in a blog post or whatever, or if it's a conversation that you're like, I've been observing some things. Now it's time to say something. You may not have all the words. This may be, a new conversation or something that's coming through, but you've been thinking about it for a while. Now is the time to express and to share and to say. Okay, don't be afraid to unleash, is what I'm hearing. So Aquarius, I hope that this has helped. Please don't hesitate to connect with us, girlonthemoon.com, to schedule your live or pre-recorded reading. And don't forget to check out your other aspects as well, your moon, rising, Venus, north nodes, as it resonates and speaks to you. But be blessed. Take care. Till next time. Hello, Pisces. How are you? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Cancer full moon reading. I hope that you're doing well so far. This is our first full moon reading for the new year, so I hope that your 2025 is off to a good start, Pisces. Let's see what the cards, what Spirit has for you. So Spirit, what's coming through for Pisces for this Cancer full moon? Thank you. Okay, we got Two of Wands showing up in reverse. So I don't know why, but if you're feeling blocked about the road ahead, I just want to encourage you to, try not to be too intimidated. Focus on the short-term steps rather than what's on the horizon, all right? Don't want to miss out on what's right in front of you for whatever reason that's just coming through. And you might be having difficulty seeing how there are opportunities available for you. Your vision might be a little bit blocked, or you might be feeling a little bit blocked in your vision. But I feel like, if that is the case, Pisces, this is where Spirit's saying just take a moment to step back and see the bigger picture. Try not to be too intimidated by it. Sometimes when we realize that we do have the opportunity, when the world is in the palm of our hands, that in and of itself can be a little bit scary and intimidating, right? So this is where it's like, take a breath and just like ask yourself, what is motivating and inspiring me into action? Okay, so let's see what you need to hear from the universe. Ace of Swords. So there may be a significant decision to be made one way or another. The Ace of Swords is a very validating yes that you're on the right track and that it's okay. It's time to make decisions, and you're safe to make a decision. You're safe to make up your mind. Allow for yourself to be confident and clear in whatever it is that you've been mulling over, because I feel like there may have been something that you've been mulling over and just maybe again lacking the confidence or the clarity, and let this be your sign that you're on the right track. Okay, Pisces, you're on the right track. What will this woman be bringing to your awareness? Oh my goodness, two aces. So definitely some new beginnings, all right, in terms of how you're seeing things. You know, we got air and fire here. So I feel like you have a very strong potential for your thoughts to manifest very quickly and rapidly. Okay, thought to action is very much a strong sort of indication here that, again, you're on the right track. You're seeing things clearly. Don't hesitate to embrace new beginnings, embrace the opportunities that are presenting itself, especially if you've been waiting for something to make sense, and you know things are starting to make sense, but you kind of like are not, like, this is your sign. It's like it's right there. Don't hesitate to say yes. Don't hesitate to take the action. All right. There's new beginnings that are making themselves available to you. There's new cycles opening up. So get excited. All right. More than anything, Pisces, I feel like these are just very validating and affirming messages for you that, again, you are on the right track. You are seeing things clearly and accurately. All right. So don't let anyone confuse you or sway you, is what I'm getting. What are you potentially needing to revisit? Oh my good Lord, Pisces. Yes, yes, yes. It is what it is. Okay? What you're seeing is what it is. You're seeing very, very clearly. You're feeling and seeing things very clearly. The power is within your hands, all right, to wield the reality and the new beginning that you wish to wield. What you're revisiting with the sun is saying yes to your joy. Be present to the moment. Whatever is hidden shall be revealed. And again, I feel like you are seeing things clearly. If there's been some kind of a deception, you know, if you feel like there's some kind of secret or something that's being held back, trust me, you can trust your instincts. Okay, your instincts are not lying to you. You're on point with this. There's something here that is very much affirming and validating towards you. And again, these are cards of new beginnings. All right, so don't be afraid, and don't feel like, you know, if you've been worried and just kind of wondering and hesitating, this is your sign that there's no need to worry and no need to hesitate. You're free to move about the cabin. You're free to move forward and onward, okay, from any kind of past stuff that has felt as though it's been weighing you down, if and where that resonates. Let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon. Though, oh my goodness, Pisces, come on. You know, I think I said earlier for Libra, so if you have Libra in your chart and if you watch Libra, I'll be like, oh yeah, you probably got one of the strongest readings so far. I feel like, you know, we have one more card to get through here. But Pisces, things are looking pretty good for you. Okay, so I'm going to say the world is very much telling that though the past is in the past, my friend. All right, you are leaving those old, outdated, defunct cycles, ways of being, seeing, and doing things behind. Whatever karmic stuff that felt like it's been dragging on, it is over, my friend. Okay, major cycles ending so that these new cycles can begin. All right, so be open, see things from a 360-degree perspective. You're ready for it. Embrace the bigger picture. This is time to allow yourself to experience happiness and fulfillment. All right, you're okay. It's okay for you to be excited about the present moment, excited about the future that's to come, about what you're looking at here and now, and that you've got new beginnings opening up for you. It's okay. You are safe. All right, I just feel like I need to say that. For whatever reason, Pisces, I feel very optimistic for you, which I like. I like that energy. I like what we're feeling and seeing. So, fingers crossed. What sort of vacation is your soul craving? Look at that. Standing in your power. We've got the Father of Cups. That's your card, your energy coming through your Pisces. Moving forward with bravery. All right. Not allowing for any lower vibrational emotions to get the best of you. There could be others around you who are feeling a little bit down and out, but that's okay. If everything's going well for you, you're allowed to be happy, Pisces, all right? So if there's like people around you having a little bit of sourpuss, sour grapes moment, you're not going to let that keep you down. And don't feel bad about it either. Go on in your merry way. Like, you know, like, and don't be ashamed or afraid. You don't, you know, it's not like you need to blast it out to the world that you're having such a great day, but you don't need to hide it either. Okay, stand in your power. Let yourself express from the heart. And maybe there are those who could follow your lead and follow your example. This Father of Cups is saying to go after what you want. Lead from the heart and don't be afraid of acknowledging your wants and your needs and saying yes to it. And again, taking those steps to making it happen. You are very much standing in your power, Pisces. I am so happy to do this reading for you because I know how much it's been like, it been rough before. Like I don't know how it's been the past few months or whatever, but I remember readings past is like, ooh, these are a little bit rough for my Pisces, but this is a really great reading. I love this reading for you, Pisces. I wish you the very, very best. That being said, take a look at your moon, rising, Venus, North Node, so forth. With that world and this Leo energy here, the sun, the world is the fixed sign. So Leo had a little bit of a rough spot. So if you watch that one, there could be something there, but seeing as how this is such a positive reading, I hope that this balances things. If you do happen to have Leo in your chart, you check that out because Leo is a little bit rough. But I feel like there's always something to be gained, right? No matter what the cards say. It's neither good nor bad. It's just about what we take from it and how we allow things to influence us. But as I was saying, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, okay, in case those energies are also in your chart. But again, check out your other aspects. Visit us, girlonthemoon.com, to schedule your live or pre-recorded reading. We are here for you. Have a blessed and bright full moon, Pisces. Take care. Till next time.